See, that's the problem. Y'all wait till you get here. It wouldn't take you so long here if you worship out there. David said, enter into his gates with, but y'all need somebody to pump and prime you and give you 10,000 reasons why the Lord is good. But can I tell you, I don't need 10,000 reasons. I just need, he kept me in my right mind. I just need one. He put food. I just need one. He kept me from that accident. I just need. Believe in the power of worship. I know y'all tired of me, so let me get out of your way. But I want to tell you that there's a fundamental difference between praise and worship. Praise simply requires that you know the acts of a person. They made a good grade on the test, bought you some flowers. Come on now. Graduated from high school, graduated from all you need to know is what they have done to give them praise. Which is why folk on BET don't mention nothing about the Lord, can get up there after they receive an award and say, I want to give thanks. Well, I don't knock them because they know what he's done. He gifted them to do what they do, regardless of how they use the gift. That's all right, but they can't worship. Praise is inherently different because if I am going to worship somebody, I must know who they are and not just what they've done. Worship is important because even though a person does good things, it doesn't mean that they are a good individual. Actions do not determine the nature of a person's character. So if I want to worship God, I've got to know him, not just for what grandmama called him, not just for what mama, what mama knew him as, but I've got to know him for my. When you see me praising him, I'm not just praising him for what he did 100 years ago. I'm not just praising him for where he's brought me from 50 years ago. I'm praising him because I know him. It's one thing for him to heal your body, but it's another thing for you to know him as the healer. So I got a question. Do you know him? Have you tried him? Won't he make a way for you? Ain't he all right? The Lord is looking for folk who believe in the power of worship. But as I go to my seat, it's just an ABC message. It's okay. Gotta be anointed by the Lord. Believe in the power of worship. C, confront the challenge. David doesn't run away. There's some folk that when challenges come, when difficulties come, the first thing they want to do, David said, there's a cause and I'm not running from it. I've just come through St. Bartlett this morning to just ask, is there anybody who's ready to face the challenge? David gets out there and he says, bruh, I don't care who you've gotten rid of. He said, I got a problem with you, not because you done anything to me specifically, but because you trying to discredit my God. You got to learn how to disassociate yourself from folk who want to taint and tamper with your relationship with God. He said, you know what? You done mess with God now. We got a problem. He said, I don't want to use what other folk using, because they got him out there. And they said, now, if you're going to go fight Goliath, you're going to have to take our armor now. David said, you know what? I don't need that. If you're going to confront the challenge, you got to know what works for you. I said, you got to know what works for you. In other words, what brought you through the last difficulty? David said, I can fight Goliath because this ain't my first rodeo. I've been through some stuff while I was guarding the sheep. Now I'm ready to face Goliath. And brothers and sisters, you got to look back over your life and remember what brought you over the last mountain. Oh, I know we try to be all sedity, but prayer brought us through. Good old shouting brought us through. Reading the word of God has brought us through. And if it could bring us through slave ships, and if it could bring us through segregation, and if it could bring us through Selma to Montgomery, what make you think it can't work now? Look at somebody and say, it still works. It still works. It still works. He said, I'm going out there and I got my slingshot. He said, there are a few other things that I need to do before I get rid of Goliath. To us, we would pick the sharpest weapon. He goes out and he doesn't pick any sharp rocks. The text says that he picks smooth rocks, watch this, that had been in the little stream. Some of you just skip over there, but you will never be able to effectively confront challenges if you're using sharp methods. Going off on folk ain't gonna solve the problem. Getting back at them for what they did to you ain't gonna resolve the problem. You got to get some smooth stones. The reason they were smooth, they probably went in there, when they went in the stream, it was sharp. But if you let the water keep running, oh, some of you got a testimony. The things I used to do, the water been running on me. I can't even walk the same. And I'm telling you today, don't worry about how people come up in here. If you let the water run on them long enough. They may come in here with their cleavage showing, and come on now, and their dress is short. They may come in here with their pants sagging, but don't talk about them. Let the water run. And what used to be sharp, the Lord, give me some smooth rocks. And he went in front of Goliath. Goliath was insulted because he didn't see any fancy weapons. But David said, you don't know, man. I've been working on this for a while. He goes out there and he says, Goliath, this is your end. And I'm here and I'm looking for some people today that can look at whatever problem you are facing in your life right now and to begin to declare this afternoon, this is the last day. Oh, I dare somebody that's dealing with a sickness to shout this day. If you're dealing with some financial difficulty, some marital problem, whatever it is, if you need peace in your mind, shout this day. In other words, can I tell you what he said to Goliath? This is what he said if he had been in 2015. Y'all want to know what he said? Now, you know what he said in 1 Samuel 17. But to put it in short terms, he said, Goliath, bring it on. And I wonder, is there anybody up in here who can look at your problems and say, Bring it on. I'm looking for some people that can look at the doctor's report and what he said and shout. I'm looking for some people that's ready to go to work tomorrow and shout. I wonder, is there anybody that can go back to your home, whether your children don't want to act right, whether your husband or your wife don't want to act right, whether your family members and friends are turning on you, and just tell them these words. I wish I had about 50 bold people to get something down on the inside of you and shout, devil, bring it on. Whatever you got, give me your best shot. Bring it on. Because even though I got 5 rocks, 1 rock is going to take you out. And is there anybody in this building who's ready to be David? Who's ready to make a stand for the Lord? You ought to stand up on your feet. Shout, bring it on. I know you're in church right now, but scream like you're screaming to your house. Scream like you're screaming to your doctor's office. Scream like you're screaming to the bank. Scream like you're screaming to your job, and tell them 3 words. Bring it on. And the reason why I can shout, bring it on, because 2,000 years ago, a Goliath called death, hell, and the grave came up down in the valley. And Jesus said, I'll be David, because you did know he is the son of David. Jesus came in the valley and he said, death, hell, grave, bring it on. He got on that cross. They put nails in his hands, nails in his feet, a crown of thorns on his head, and the writer declared he died one Friday. Is there anybody who know he died? The country preacher said he died until the sun refused to shine. He died until the stars unhinged out of their sockets. He died until the soldier declared, surely this must be the Son of God. He died, but in his death, he said 3 words. He stayed there all Friday. He stayed there all Saturday. But early, you know, I can't just say it one time. I said early, Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hands. And I wonder, is there anybody who believes he's still got power? Is there anybody who believes he's able to bring you through? He's able to bring you over. He's able to bring you out. Shake somebody's hand for me real quick. Come on, shake them and rock them. Rock them and shake them. And tell them, say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to come out. And when I come out, I'm bringing you with me. Yes, yes, we coming out. And he may not come when you want him to, but he's always on time. If you believe it, say yes. Say yes. 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 I feel like like preaching. I wish I had somebody that'll help me. Look at your neighbor and say, he's able. He's able. He's able. So David, stand up and be a witness. And when you stand for Christ, he'll stand right with you. God bless you.